Question 51. Consider the following statements. 1. Article 371A to 371I were inserted in the Constitution of India to meet regional demands of Nagaland, Assam, Manipur, Andhra Pradesh, Sikkim, Mizoram, Arunachal Pradesh, and Goa. 2. Constitution of India and the United States of America envisage a dual policy, the Union and the States, but a single citizenship. 3. A naturalized citizen of India can never be deprived of his citizenship. Which of the statement given above is / are correct? A. 1, 2, and 3. B. 1 and 3. C. 3 only. D. 1 only. Explanation. Option D is correct. Article 371. A to 371I were inserted in the Constitution of India to meet regional demands of Nagaland, Assam, Manipur, Andhra Pradesh, Sikkim, Mizoram, Arunachal Pradesh, and Goa. There is provision of dual citizenship in United States of America, but Indian Constitution provides single citizenship. Also, a naturalized citizen may be deprived of his citizenship subject to the provisions of Section 10 of Citizenship Act, 1955. Question 52. Consider the following statements about the fundamental rights in India. 1. They are a guarantee against state action. 2. They are enumerated in Part 3 of the Constitution. 3. They ensure social, economic, and political justice. 4. They are unlike Bill of Rights in the USA. Now, select the correct answer from the code given below. Code. A. 1 and 2 are correct. B. 2 and 3 correct. C. 1, 2, and 3 are correct. D. 2, 3, and 4 are correct. Explanation. Option C is correct. The fundamental rights are guaranteed by the Constitution of India against state action. These rights have been enumerated in Part 3 of the Constitution. The socio-economics justice as visualized by the Indian Constitution is found mostly in the Directive Principles of State Policy Part 4 of the Constitution of India and to a little extent in the chapter on fundamental rights and certain other provisions of the Constitution. These rights are like the Bill of Rights in USA. Question 53. Assertion. A. The state can treat unequal differently with the objective of creating a level playing field in the social, economic, and political spheres. Reason. Are among equals the law should be equal and administered. In the context of above statements, select the correct answer. A is true, but R is false. B. A is false, but R is true. C. Both A and R are correct, but R is not correct. Explanation of A. D. Both A and R are true and R is the correct explanation of A. Explanation. Option D is correct. The state can treat unequal differently as equal protection of law guaranteed by Article 14 does not mean that all law must be general in character. There are reasonable classification varying to the needs of different classes of persons with the objective of creating a level playing field in social, economic, and political spheres. But among the equals, the law should be equal and equally administered. Question 54. Prohibition and abolishment of untouchability may be achieved by 1. Making laws. 2. Improving education. 3. Public awareness. 4. Providing jobs/services. Codes. A. 1, 2, and 3. B. 2, 3, and 4. C. 1 and 2. D. 2 and 4. Explanation. Option A is correct. Untouchability may be abolished by improving the education system, making laws and increasing public awareness, but providing jobs/services to people is not a proper solution to abolish untouchability. Question 55. Following are two statements. One is labeled as assertion, A, and other as reason, R. Assertion. A. Untouchability is worst form of structural violence. Reason. Our untouchability has been practiced in the name of religious sanctions. Consider the above statements and select the correct answer from the codes given below. Codes. A. Both A and R are true and R is correct explanation of A. B. Both A and R are true but R is not the correct explanation of A. C. A is true but R is false. D. A is false but R is true. Option A is correct. Structural violence is differentiated from personal violence and refers to preventable harm or damage to persons where no actor is committing the violence or where it is not practical to search for such violence emerges from the unequal distribution of power and resources or, in other words, is said to be built into the structure. Some of the form of structure violence is racism, untouchability, etc. Untouchability is an extremely disgusting aspect of caste system. It constitutes extremely harsh social punishment against lowest castes on the scale of purity and impurity from religious and ritualistic point of view, and untouchability also gets religious approval for this reason.